Hola, ¿qué tal amigos? Buenos días, buenas tardes y buenas noches. No importa la hora que sea, siempre es un gran momento para aprender español con Profesor Pablo. Our lesson today is the verb dejar, and it has all sorts of different uses. The first one is dejar que plus subjunctive, verb numbers 8 or verb number 9, present subjunctive, past subjunctive. It means to allow someone to do something, to allow something to happen, to let someone do something or let something happen, or to permit someone to do something or to permit something to happen. For example, they're not going to allow us to go. No van a dejar que nosotros vayamos. She doesn't let me do it. Ella no deja que yo lo haga. They're going to let us be there for 2 weeks. Van a dejar que estemos allí por 2 semanas. They're not going to permit us to enter the library without a card. No van a dejar que entremos a la biblioteca sin la tarjeta. So dejar que is to allow, to let, or permit someone to do something or something to happen. If you wanted to say, my mom didn't allow us to go there. Mi mamá no dejaba que fuéramos, past subjunctive allí. My mom wouldn't permit me to smoke. Mi mamá no dejaba que yo fumara. My dad wouldn't let me drive fast. Mi papá no dejaba que yo manejara, condujera rápido. Or you can go dejar plus verb number 0, which is the infinitive. She doesn't let us go. No nos deja ir. She doesn't let me go out late. Ella no me deja salir muy noche. We let them play if they want to. Los dejamos jugar si quieren. So you can use dejar in an infinitive. Or down here, dejar is to drop something off somewhere. Or dejar plus location, again, is to leave something somewhere. So if you want to say like, I'm going to drop it off at your house tomorrow. Lo voy a dejar en tu casa mañana. We're going to drop it off at the church tomorrow. Lo vamos a dejar or vamos a dejarlo mañana en la iglesia. I'm going to leave it at your work. Lo voy a dejar en tu trabajo. Dejar plus location here. I left the keys in the car intentionally. Dejé las llaves en el carro. I left my books at home on purpose. Dejé mis libros en la casa. I'm going to leave the money on the table. Voy a dejar el dinero en la mesa. Dejar plus location here, to drop something off. I'm going to leave, to drop off is plus location. Like, I'm going to drop it off tomorrow at your house. Lo voy a dejar mañana en tu casa. Dejar, I'm going to leave it on the table. Lo voy a dejar en la mesa. Let's come back here. To allow someone to do something is dejar que. They don't let us do that. No dejan que lo hagamos. Or you could say, no nos dejan hacerlo. This is the easy way with the infinitive. This is subjunctive right here. I am going to let her go to the party. Voy a dejar que vaya a la fiesta. You could say, voy a dejarla ir a la fiesta. I'm going to let her go. Voy a dejarla ir a la fiesta. But if you're talking about her, voy a dejar que ella vaya a la fiesta. 2 ways of doing it. Again, dejar is to drop something off somewhere. Dejar is to leave something behind knowingly. Let's come up here. Dejar de plus verb number 0, infinitive, is to stop doing something like, stop yelling. Deja de gritar. Stop thinking that. Deja de pensar en eso. Stop doing that. Deja de hacer eso. Remember, after preposition, if we have a verb immediately, it's got to be infinitive. In English, we say, stop yelling. It's an ing, but in Spanish, you don't say, deja de gritando or deja gritando. You have to say, deja de gritar. Remember, after a preposition, you have a verb, it must be in the infinitive form. My dad says that he is going to stop smoking. Mi papá dice que él va a dejar de fumar. ¿Verdad? Okay? It stopped raining an hour ago. Hace una hora que dejó de llover. It stopped snowing last week. Dejó de nevar la semana pasada. She stopped studying French last year. Ella dejó de estudiar el francés el año pasado, or estudiar francés el año pasado. Dejar de plus infinitive is to stop doing something. Again, the command would be deja de, stop doing it. Deja de hacerlo, stop doing that. Deja de hacer eso. Dejar a plus a person is to leave someone or to dump someone or to abandon someone, like in a relationship. You want to say, I'm not telling you to say this, but I want you to be educated and know what it can mean. Like in movies and such, you hear, oh, she dumped him for another guy. That would be lo dejó por otro, the verb dejar. She dumped him. Lo dejó por otro. He's going to dump her for another girl. La va a dejar por otra muchacha. That's derogatory. Don't say that, but you've heard it. We've all heard it. To leave, okay? If you want to say, did you leave Maria? ¿Dejaste a Maria? Okay? To abandon. Dejó a su familia. He abandoned his family. Right? It's a sad thing. So, but this could also be to leave in a positive sense. I'm going to leave the kids at my mom's house. Voy a dejar a los niños en la casa de mi mamá. I'm going to leave Bobby at his friend's house for the day. Voy a dejar a Bobby en la casa de su amigo para pasar el día. So this could be positive, to leave, but this could be like leave. And it also could mean to abandon or to dump. Lo dejó. She left him. Me dejó. He left me or she left me. So it can mean to leave, like to leave your kids to be babysat, or leave somebody somewhere. Like, I'm going to leave her at the school for the tournament. Voy a dejarla en la escuela para el torneo. Nothing wrong with that. But it also can be to leave a person, to dump somebody, or to abandon somebody, right? Dejó a su familia. He left his family. How sad. Qué triste. So I have dejar a plus person, but it could also be to leave a person somewhere for a purpose. I'm going to leave him at the school so he can study a little bit longer. Voy a dejarlo en la escuela para que pueda estudiar un poco más. Dejar a plus person. We did this here. No me dejes is an expression. Soap operas, telenovelas. Ay, no me dejes. Don't leave me. Don't abandon me. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. Don't abandon me. No me dejes. No me dejes. Me dejó solo. He left me alone. La dejé sola. I left her alone. That could just be alone, not in terms of leaving, stopping a relationship, but just leaving someone alone. Like my grandma. La dejé sola en la casa. I left her alone at home. La dejé sola en la casa. Dejé a mi abuela sola en la casa. La dejé sola en la casa. Déjate la nariz is stop picking your nose. You tell someone, déjate la nariz, niño. Déjate la nariz. Déjate la nariz, niño. Okay. Dejarse de plus noun. Well, now it's reflexive. Okay. It means to knock off or to quit with something. For example, knock off the, get rid of the doubts. Knock off the doubts. Déjate. Déjate de dudas. Déjate de dudas. Knock off the foolishness. Quit with the silliness. Déjate de tonterías. Déjate de dudas. Stop with the doubts. Déjate de tonterías. Stop with the foolishness. How about here? Problemas. Déjate de problemas. Quit with the problems, please. Déjate de problemas. Knock off the problems. Knock them off. Knock off the problems. Déjate de problemas. Quejas, complaints. Quit with the complaints. Déjate de quejas. Déjate de quejas. Déjate de problemas. Déjate de tonterías. Déjate de dudas. So dejar say de plus noun means to knock off or to quit with something. Right? You could say, déjate de preocupaciones. Stop with all the worrying, right? So we've got a lot going on with the verb dejar. Now let's go back here. It might be a little foggy. Let's see if we can burn some of the fog off. Dejar que plus subjunctive can mean to allow, let, or permit someone to do something or something to happen. I'm not going to let it happen. No voy a dejar que pase. I'm not going to allow for them to come to the party. No voy a dejar que ellos vengan a la fiesta. I'm not going to permit them to pay for it. No voy a permitir, or no voy a dejar que lo paguen. Permitir and dejar could be synonymous when they mean permit, but permitir does not mean, it means to allow or to let, but permitir, we're not dealing with permitir now. We're going to go with dejar. No voy a dejar que ella haga eso. I'm not going to let her do that. I'm not going to permit her to do that. I'm not going to let her, allow her, or permit her to do that. They're not going to allow me to go. No van a dejar que yo vaya. So that's dejar que. Now, just simply, you can take dejar with an object pronoun in an infinitive. They don't let me run in the house. No me dejan correr en la casa. They used to not let me run in the house. No me dejaban, imperfect, correr en la casa. My parents don't let me go there. Mis padres no me dejan ir allí. No dejan que vaya allí. No me dejan ir allí. Just two different ways of saying the same thing. If you want to be more sophisticated, subjunctive, always. Top drawer. Dejar, you're going to drop something off somewhere. Lo voy a dejar en la puerta. I'm going to drop it off at the door. Lo voy a dejar detrás de la casa, a shipment. I'm going to drop it off behind the house. Lo voy a dejar en la parte de enfrente de la tienda. I'm going to drop it off in the front part of the store. Let's say you have a shipment, right? A forklift load or something. I'm going to drop it off on the side. Lo voy a dejar al lado. Okay? Over here, dejar de is a simple one, to stop doing something. It's going to stop raining tomorrow. Va a dejar de llover mañana. I'm going to stop calling. Voy a dejar de llamar. He is going to stop smoking for better health. Él va a dejar de fumar para tener mejor salud. Dejar a plus person, again, it could be the negative thing, like to dump someone, to leave someone, to abandon someone, right? Like she or he left his or her family, dejó a su familia, like stop supporting them or something like that. That's a sad thing, right? But we've all heard this, and so you need to know how to say it and what it means. But to dejar a is to drop somebody off. To drop off would be dejar. To drop off a person would be, I'm going to drop her off at the store. La voy a dejar en la tienda, right? I'm going to leave him at school for a couple extra hours. Lo voy a dejar en la escuela por unas horas más. So, dejar, you can leave a person somewhere, right? You can drop somebody off, right? Lo voy a dejar en la escuela para estudiar más. Now, if you want to step it up to the subjunctive, instead of para estudiar, go para que estudie. Lo voy a dejar en la escuela para que estudie. I'm going to drop him off at school for him to study, so that he studies. Para que estudie. Dejar, again, if you purposely leave something somewhere, that's dejar. Now we have like, oh my gosh, I left my keys in the car. unplanned, right? You say, se me quedaron las llaves en el carro. Oh, I left my wallet at home. Se me quedó la billetera en la casa. Ay, ay, ay. I left the book in class. Se me dejó el libro en el salón de clase. Right? So se me quedó or se me quedaron is when you left something somewhere unplanned. It just kind of happened accidentally. But if with purpose you left something somewhere, then it's going to be dejar. Like I left the money in the bank. Dejé el dinero en el banco. I'm going to leave the books in front of your house. Voy a dejar los libros enfrente de tu casa. They left everything right here. Dejaron todo aquí. Aquí lo dejaron todo. They left everything here. And again, beseeching someone. No me dejes. Don't leave me. Don't abandon me. Don't give up on me. Don't leave me. I hate to say that word. I'm not going to say it. Déjate la nariz, niño. You got to teach those kids manners, right? Déjate la nariz. En la vida, las dos cosas más avergonzosas, esto no lo voy a traducir, a ver si comprenden, a ver si entienden. Me pueden dejar un comentario. Pero digo yo, su profesor de español dice, dos de las cosas más avergonzosas que dan más vergüenza de todo del mundo es meterse el dedo a la nariz. Meterse el dedo a la nariz en público o pasar gas en público. Es la verdad, es la verdad. Ay, mucha vergüenza. Bueno, regresemos al tema. No voy a traducir lo que dije. Es para que comprendan ustedes. All right, getting back here. No me dejes. Don't leave me. Déjate la nariz. Knock it off. Quit picking your nose. Dejarse de. Knock off the foolishness. Déjate de tonterías. Now, if you want to put it in the present tense, you want to say, he doesn't quit with the silliness. He doesn't stop with the silliness. He doesn't knock off the foolishness. It would be, no se deja de tonterías. No se deja de tonterías. She doesn't quit with the problems. It's all she talks about. Habla de problemas, problemas, problemas. No se deja de problemas. No se deja de preocupaciones. No se deja de dudas. Perdón, estoy bien, necesito tomar un poco de agua, pero estoy bien. Quiero terminar la lección. Ok, a ver si comprenden esto, ¿verdad? Dejar que más subjuntivo es cuando se deja que alguien haga algo o que algo pase. Dejar más infinitivo es nada más dejar que algo pase, ¿verdad? Por ejemplo, they don't allow me to smoke. No me dejan fumar. They don't let me drive fast. No me dejan manejar rápido. They don't let me say those things. No me dejan decir esas cosas. I think we got it, ¿verdad? Dejar, to drop off someone somewhere. Dejar de is to stop happening, right? Like they stopped playing when it got dark. Dejaron de jugar cuando se oscureció, cuando se puso oscuro. It stopped raining last night. Dejó de llover anoche. It stopped snowing this morning. Dejó de nevar esta mañana. She stopped studying French last year. Dejó de estudiar francés el año pasado. Again, to leave, abandon, or dump somebody is dejar a. For example, lo dejó por otro. She left him for another guy. Or la dejó por otra. He left her for another girl. And it also could be just to drop someone off somewhere for whatever purpose. I'm going to drop mom off at the store. Voy a dejar a mamá en la tienda. I'm going to drop dad off at the bank. Voy a dejar a papá en el banco. Dejar is to leave something somewhere. I left your books in your car. Dejé tus libros en tu carro. I left the keys on the table. Dejé las llaves en la mesa. And we've got these. No me dejes. Por favor, no me dejes. Déjate la nariz. Dejarse de. Knock off the silliness. Déjate de tonterías. Quit with the problems. Déjate de problemas. So the verb dejar, it's a powerful verb. You can see it can be used in different circumstances, and they're all kind of similar, but yet there are things that are somewhat different. So go over the clusters again and again and make up your homework is to create some dejar de sentences, some dejar que plus subjunctive. How about dejar plus infinitive? Can you do that? Can you use dejar to tell me where you're going to drop something off? Can you say that you left something somewhere, right? Can you tell me that somebody left somebody for somebody else? Or can you say that so-and-so, I don't even want to get into that, abandoned the family. And over here is to knock off or quit with something. Okay, es todo. Voy a dejar de explicar esta lección. I'm going to stop explaining this lesson. ¿Verdad? Okay. Amigos, gracias por todo. Tengan un gran día. Nos vemos pronto con otra lección con Profesor Pablo. Let's learn Spanish with Profesor Pablo. Gracias. Hasta luego. Cuídense mucho y tomen su agua. Bye bye.